Throughout the vast tapestry of human history, the mysteries of death and the soul's journey beyond the mortal coil have beckoned the curious, inspiring profound spiritual texts that attempt to illuminate what lies beyond. Among the most renowned of these are the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead and the Tibetan Bardo Thodol, often called the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Though separated by thousands of miles and distinct cultural milieus, these works share an uncanny resonance, each offering intricate maps of the soul's voyage after death, yet diverging in philosophy, cosmology, and ritual. To explore them side by side is to encounter two luminous reflections of humanity's deepest aspirations and fears. Two paths winding through the shadowy realms where life dissolves into mystery. The Egyptian Book of the Dead emerges from a civilization where death was not an end but a transformation, a perilous journey through the Duat, the underworld, fraught with challenges and cosmic laws. This ancient text, a compendium of spells, prayers, and incantations inscribed on papyrus and placed within tombs, serves as a guide for the deceased. It provides the knowledge necessary to navigate the labyrinthine afterlife, to confront malevolent forces, and ultimately to secure eternal life among the gods. The soul, often conceived as comprising multiple elements, the Ka, Ba, and Ak, must transcend fragmentation and reunify. Achieving immortality through righteous living and adherence to Ma'at, the principle of cosmic order and truth. In the Egyptian vision, the afterlife is as much a courtroom as a realm of eternal bliss. Central to this is the ritual of the weighing of the heart, where the deceased's heart is balanced against the feather of Ma'at. Should the scales tip unfavorably, the soul faces annihilation by Ammit, a fearsome creature embodying devouring judgment. This vivid image encapsulates the existential stakes. Immortality is granted not by mere passage of time but by moral purity and cosmic harmony. The Book of the Dead thus serves as both map and moral code, a beacon lighting the path through death's darkest corridors. Promising that through knowledge and virtue, the soul may become an Ak, an effective spirit, reunited with the divine. Thousands of years later, in the high plateau of Tibet, the Bardo Thodol unfolds a radically different yet spiritually profound guide for the departed. Rooted in Vajrayana Buddhism, it is a manual for navigating the Bardo, the intermediate state between death and rebirth. Here, death is not a final judgment but a complex liminal phase where consciousness continues, unshackled from the physical body yet vulnerable to confusion and fear. The text is read aloud to the dying or recently deceased to awaken recognition of the luminous, hallucinatory experiences that unfold in this transitional realm. With the ultimate goal of achieving liberation from samsara, the endless cycle of birth and death, unlike the Egyptian emphasis on moral reckoning and cosmic order, the Tibetan approach invites the soul to recognize the nature of mind itself, radiant, empty, and fundamentally free. The visions described in the Bardo Thodol are manifold, terrifying deities, brilliant lights, and shifting landscapes, each corresponding to projections of the mind and karma's imprint. The teachings emphasize mindfulness and detachment, urging the deceased to transcend attachment to identity and fear. Success means awakening to one's Buddha nature and attaining nirvana. Failure results in rebirth according to karmic patterns. Thus, the soul's journey here is a psychological and spiritual process, a final test of awareness and liberation rather than judgment and reward. Both texts, while distinct, share a striking preoccupation with guidance. Both provide the knowledge and rituals necessary to assist the soul in a moment of profound vulnerability. The Book of the Dead serves as a protective talisman, empowering the deceased with spells to overcome dangers and negotiate with divine beings. The Bardo Thodol offers compassionate instructions, a voice in the darkness urging recognition of truth beyond illusion. Each reflects its culture's worldview, Egypt's ordered cosmos, where death must be mastered through ritual and morality. Tibet's dynamic interplay of mind and emptiness, where death is the ultimate spiritual opportunity. Symbolism and cosmology also diverge, reflecting broader metaphysical visions. The Egyptian underworld is a spatial realm with rivers, gates, and guardians, a geography of trials and thresholds. The Tibetan bardo is a temporal and psychological dimension, a fluid state where appearances arise and dissolve. The Egyptian soul must prove itself worthy to cross thresholds, the Tibetan consciousness must awaken to its own luminous essence. Yet both affirm that death is not annihilation but a profound passage demanding courage, knowledge, and transformation. Curiously, both texts highlight the power of sound and language as spiritual tools. The Egyptians inscribed spells and hymns, their words charged with sacred potency to animate and protect. The Tibetans rely on the spoken word, chanting the Bardo Thodol aloud to awaken the consciousness of the deceased. In these acts, language becomes a bridge between worlds, a medium of salvation and transcendence. The enduring fascination with these teachings lies not merely in their esoteric knowledge but in their shared humanity, the yearning to understand what lies beyond, to confront the mystery of death with wisdom and hope. They remind us that death is both a personal journey and a cosmic event, where the soul's fate intertwines with the forces that shape existence itself. Through their ancient verses and chants, the Egyptian and Tibetan guides continue to speak across millennia, inviting us to ponder our own mortality and the possibility that beyond the silence of death, a deeper truth awaits, one of transformation, liberation, and perhaps, reunion with the infinite.